wrote an article just about, Kenny Atkinson kind of ripping the Band-Aid off. Take us through your thoughts behind that and what you think needs to happen to get them. They got to get going.
It's more so what I've been seeing around the league. It's how teams and coaches and players have been interacting and how Chris Finch of the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's well documented how he's been able to hold his team accountable. Then he has a player, a star, and Anthony Edwards, who's arguably top 5 in the NBA today, who is next to him calling the shots and still calling out his teammates and the accountability that is needed. Kenny Atkinson hasn't felt like he's had that kind of vigor when it comes to calling his players out publicly. And there's been multiple times throughout press conferences when we ask him a simple question about what needs to be done. And sometimes he says, I don't know, and then gives a generic answer, a vague answer in response, something that we already knew coming into the press conference. And I think that's what the difference is in these conversations. We're supposed to be learning from him what he is seeing, what he thinks, what he can evaluate. And I don't think the Cavs have gotten that or given that to the press or the media or the fan base at this point in the season. And accountability starts from the top down. I mentioned the Minnesota Timberwolves having Anthony Edwards calling the team out. Well, the Cavs don't have that because we know Donovan Mitchell is more diplomatic than he is assertive in that kind of manner. Then Kenny Atkinson has to be the head of the snake in that conversation. He has to lead the way. He has to be a guy that is willing to do the difficult things, especially when we talk about a playoff caliber team that is going to have difficult conversations about rotations, lineups, the shrinking of those lineups potentially in rotations, and then also just looking forward to seeing where this team is going to be when it comes to April, May, and June. And those conversations starting now will help them in the long run.